What's up, guys? Welcome to my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, checking out my broadcast. Sorry I missed you live, but so glad you guys took some time to check it out. What is up to my live crew this morning? Great to see you all this morning. So glad to have you here. I appreciate y'all coming in to hang out with me on this Tuesday morning. Good morning to you, Kat. Good morning to you, Larissa. What's up, girl? Tasha, great morning to you. I appreciate you. Brian, what's up, buddy? Tracy, good morning to you. Alexis, good morning. Tony, good morning. Nice to see you, buddy. Appreciate you, Sherry. Good morning to you. Cheers, and good morning to everybody. I hope your Tuesday has been awesome so far. I appreciate you coming in to hang out with me on this Tuesday morning. So I was thinking about talking about something different this morning. But as I was going through my Facebook memories this morning, I was reminded of something that I'm like, I need to talk about this because this is a conversation. I haven't had this conversation in a year. It's been a year ago. Something happened to me in a customer service situation that just kind of blew my mind. And many of y'all, some of y'all may have heard me talk about. I've only ever talked about it once, but many of y'all have probably not heard me talk about this. But I don't know about y'all, but I think customer service is a lost art, y'all, and I'm seeing it more and more and more and more in the interactions that we're having in the retail environments that we're going into. And I'm like, this is something. So there's a variety of things that I want to kind of touch on in this conversation this morning. But I'm going to tell you a story, and you're going to get a kick out of it. You're probably going to laugh at this scenario because you're not going to believe that this particular person said this particular thing to me, of all people. So excited to share this one with you this morning, guys. This is Tuesday Candid Coffee Chat, where I just hang out with you in a little bit more of a candid setting. Today I have the pleasure of hanging out on my front porch for the first time this year. Michigan is finally deciding to cooperate with our desires and turning on the heat a little bit. Today we're actually going to fast. We're actually going to get near 80, which is going to be delightful and amazing. So I get to be outside, and I like to get outside any opportunity that I can do so. So excited to hang out with you this morning. Kenyetta, good morning, girl. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Cheers again to everybody. It's Candid Coffee Chat Day, where I just kind of hang out with you a little bit and share something that's on my mind to share with you. So I'm going to tell you this story. This is about a year ago that this happened, and I was just reminded of it this morning. And oh no, my screen froze up. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? My screen just went funny. Hope y'all can still see me okay. My Facebook looks like it's rolling okay. But this is about a year ago, and I was probably browsing Facebook. Something was going on Facebook. And I was browsing Facebook, and I came across these hoodies. Y'all have probably seen these hoodies before. Came across these king and queen hoodies, and I came across this king hoodie. I'm like, I kind of dig that hoodie a little bit. That hoodie's kind of bomb, actually. And so I check out this hoodie, and I was like, that's fun. I'm like, I kind of want to get a king and queen hoodie for Courtney and I. That's cool. I'm like, I should get one. So of course the Facebook ad grabs me, and I click the link and I go to the website, and of course the website is straight off of a Facebook ad. You all know that sometimes those Facebook ad websites are a little sketchy. And so I land on this ad, and the website looked okay, but it's filled with all these different products and matchy his and her sweatshirts and all that stuff. And so I find the king and queen hoodie that I like. I'm like, it's a pretty cool hoodie. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. So I was impulsive, and I went on. I checked it out. The price wasn't bad. It was like $29 or something like that per hoodie. And so I put in my order. I placed the hoodie. I bought the hoodies. I'm like, cool. I got us a couple of new hoodies. And it wasn't a matter of probably 10 minutes after buying those hoodies, I was like, I probably should have checked Amazon. Like, somebody put that in the chat. You got to check Amazon. I'm like, I probably should have just freaking checked Amazon, because I probably could have got it from Amazon, and I could have got it in 2 days. It would have been here. Now I got to wait for shipping and all the things. And I'm like, And this was like a Saturday when I bought this, right? Got to check Amazon first. Check Amazon first. If there's nothing that you learned from me today other than this, check Amazon first, okay? So I checked Amazon, and so Amazon. So I actually looked at Amazon. Amazon has the exact same hoodies. They were a little bit more expensive. I'm talking like a couple bucks per hoodie more. And but it wasn't bad. But I could have got them in a couple days. I'm like, well, you know what? Whatever. Amazon's kind of taking over the whole world, so why not support the little guys and send them, send them some coin. So I placed this order on a Saturday, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just see what their lead time is and whatnot. So I wait through Saturday. I wait through Sunday. I don't get a confirmation email, nothing, all the way through the weekend, which is a little alarming. But I'm like, yeah, it is the weekend. Mel, what's up, girl? Thanks for coming in. I'm like, it is the weekend, so maybe I'll wait till Monday. So I wait till Monday, and I'm looking out for my confirmation email. And I don't know about you guys, but I am. How do I say this? Patience does not come naturally to me. Can anybody? All my brothers and sisters out there. I mean, we live in an Amazon world, right? We live in an Amazon world, right, Mel? I was just reminded of this morning. I'm like, I got to talk about this because it's so important. This is a very important message in this. I live in an Amazon world. I live in a world where I can buy it today and have it on my front porch this afternoon. Like I don't wait. I don't like waiting. Tasha says they work hard to stop my eye from twitching. So I'm currently overcoming impatience. I'm going to declare that, but I'm not naturally I'm not, Mel. That's one thing that you and I are not don't align with. I'm not naturally a patient person. I like what I want when I want it. So I want it right now. So all right. So I find these cool hoodies, right? These king and queen hoodies. These are awesome. They're in my colors and the whole thing. I placed this order on Saturday afternoon. So in my world, if I order something on Saturday afternoon, it's coming on Monday. Like that's just how Amazon works around here. That's just what I get. And so I placed this order on Saturday. I don't even have a confirmation email yet. I go through the whole weekend. I go all the way through, and I get through Monday, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give them through Monday, and let's just see what's up. And so Monday, at like end of day Monday comes. And I still have I don't even have a confirmation email that they even got my money and that my order's even placed. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is going on with this thing? I'm like, I could have had it already. So then I started getting a little bit impatient. Okay, so then I decided to go back to the service website, log in, find my order, and see if I can track it. And I go in, and the order says pending. All right, where's customer service? I got to talk to customer service. No, of course, there's no phone. You can't call nobody. There's no person. There's only an email. I'll email them. So I go in and I write them a very nice, very nice email. I thought it was nice. I write them an email. So I send them an email and I say, hello, whatever their business name was, customer service. It said, I'm just checking in. I placed an order for 2 hoodies on Saturday afternoon. It's been over 48 hours. I'm just checking in. I have not received a confirmation email. Can you please give me an ETA of when I could expect these hoodies? Send the email. I'll wait, and I should have it. I should have a response back by tomorrow, I would think. And so I wake up the next morning, no response. Still, what is going on? So I wait till afternoon Tuesday. Still no response. Y'all are crazy. It's been 4 days, and I paid you my money. This is nuts. So I go back to the email that I sent. I forward the email again, and I say, I need a response immediately on this. You all have taken my money. I have no confirmation. So now my impatience is starting to reflect itself in the email. And I'm like, y'all have taken my money. I have not even gotten a confirmation. I need to know immediately what time or when I can expect this order to arrive, or I want my money back and you can cancel my order immediately. That was my second email. Not quite as nice, but still appropriate, I think. I don't think I'd gone out of the zone of inappropriate yet. And so I sent this email. So, of course, as soon as I mentioned in the email that I may cancel this order, then I got a response back almost immediately. So I get this response back, and this is what's amazing. I gotta stop and take a drink of my coffee for a second because I just gotta process that this was actually said to me. Okay. I get this delightful person responds back to me. Hello, Mr. Justin. Thank you so much for placing an order with, whatever their company was. We have received your order, and your order is currently in processing. They said, I gotta remember how exactly they said this, but it said something along the lines of basically whenever an order is placed through our website, it is transferred to a third-party vendor for their order processing. We are not the order fulfillment. So unfortunately, at this point, canceling the order would be impossible. Our current lead time, if you would like to understand the lead times, you can read I can't believe this. They said, if you would like to have an idea of the lead times, feel free to visit the terms and conditions at the bottom of our webpage where you purchased your hoodie, and that will explain that we average a 12 to 16 week lead time for our products. Wait a minute. Wait. I haven't even told you the good part yet. That's not even the good part. Are y'all awake out there? 12 to 16 weeks. What is wrong with you? If you would like, I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. I do not care who fulfills your order. I bought it from you. I didn't buy it from them. I bought it from you. I went on your website. You showed me the Facebook ad. I went on. I bought the hoodie from you. I paid you my money. I don't care how you make the hoodie. I don't care if you go bake it in your oven in your backyard. So long as I get the hoodie that I purchased. I don't care where it comes from. We are not the order fulfiller. I don't care about any of that. None of that means anything to me. I bought it from you. When's it come in? If you would go back to our website and read the terms and conditions, like anybody reads terms and conditions on anything these days, you would see that it's a 12 to 16 week lead time. What is wrong with you? Are you serious? So unfortunately, canceling the order at this point would be impossible because the order has already been transmitted to the vendor for fulfillment. This is the best part. Are y'all ready? Everybody put you ready in the chat stream. Oh, I still can't believe it. So after all that, she tells me that canceling the order is impossible. Someone else is fulfilling your order, and it's going to be 12 to 16 weeks to get these hoodies. She tells me all that. So she's buttering me up, right? She's trying to get me in a good mood before she gives me the real good stuff. So then she tells me all of that, and then she says to me, so my suggestion for you would be to sit tight and be patient. Thank you so much for your order. And because you have then she said something else. She said to me, my suggestion to you would be to sit tight and be patient. And in the meantime, I would like to present you with a 25% off coupon for any future purchase you would like to make in our company due to the delay in your order. Thank you so much. Whoa. If you had been in my house, you would have heard a volcano erupt. It was an earthquake that happened in West Michigan, and it went off the Richter scale. You just told me to what? What did you tell me to do? You told me to sit tight and be patient. Honey, you don't know me. And you don't, and this is the point I want to make. When you are in customer service, or you are in sales, and you have a business, and you are selling products and services to people, when you are interacting with your consumers, it is so important for you to understand what their definition of value is, because everyone has a varied definition of value. Now, she misunderstood me by thinking that it would just calm me down if I give you 25% off a future purchase. First of all, you just screwed up my first one. Why would I go and buy anything else from you? So you think the best way to schmooze me over is to give me a discount on a future purchase? First of all, I'm not motivated by savings. That doesn't motivate me. That's not my definition of value is my time. My time is the most valuable thing in the world to me. And when anybody jacks around my time, it makes me really, really, really irritated really, really fast. So you decided to throw a 25% off coupon at me that means nothing to me. And then in the meantime, you tell me to sit tight and be patient. Whoa, not a chance. So, oh, now I cannot tell you. I should have gone and looked it up. I cannot tell you the response that I give them because honestly, I can't remember. I wrote her back a very eloquently worded email. It was not disrespectful, but it was informative. And I gave them a lesson in customer service, and I gave them a lesson in perceived value. And don't ever tell a customer to sit tight and be patient. I don't care who they are, especially me. I explained that to them, and I told them due to the impossibility of my order being canceled, I'm like, I'll look forward to seeing my hoodie sometime in the next half a year. In the meantime, I will be absolutely sharing this story across all of my social platforms to make sure nobody shops at your place ever again. And I never even got a response from that email. But this is what's so important. It's so important today's Candid Coffee Chat Day, telling you a story. Cheers and good morning to you. It's so important to make sure that when you are interacting with your consumers and you are working with a customer, whether things are going well or if something ever goes awry with someone you're working with, make sure that you understand what is most important to them and you speak to them based upon what their definition of value is. Because this is the thing. If this person had responded to me and be like, hello, when I'm responding back, like, listen, I need to hear from you guys. You guys got my money. I need to know when my order's coming in. Tell me what's up. If I had sent that email and if she had responded to me, if she had said, listen, Mr. Justin, thank you so much for your order. We super appreciate your business. I understand that it sounds like, because I gave her all the cues, right? I gave her all the cues. I'm in a hurry. I'm wanting to know how quickly I can get this product. So if she had read the email and understood the email that I had sent, and she had said, listen, Justin, I understand that you're trying to get this as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we work with a vendor that fulfills these for us, and their lead time is usually 12 to 16 weeks. I know that's probably way beyond what you were hoping for. If you are serious about wanting to cancel your order, I can reach out to them and see if there's something that you can do. It's going to be difficult because they are the order fulfillers, but I understand your need to get this sooner, and we definitely want to keep your business. Let me know if there's something that you'd like me to try to help you with. You know what? Honestly, if she had just acknowledged the fact that my time is the most valuable thing in my world, and I was just wanting an answer and some clarification on when I could expect this thing, if she had responded to me in that way, I'd have probably been like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Because honestly, I am I can be an impatient person, but I'm not at all an unreasonable person. Like I'm super easygoing, very, very, very easygoing. So if someone just explains something to me, like, you know what, it's cool. I'm not excited to wait 4 weeks for that thing, but you know what, is what it is. Thank you for your response. I'd probably just left it alone and been totally fine. But her approach was just like, are you serious? And I'm gonna give you another example because this is another kind of example to bring the point home. I was having a conversation with one of my clients. This is probably about a year ago or so, and this client of mine, they're a coach and they're a parenting coach, and they work through coaching parents and helping them with their kids. And she called me, and we had worked through how to really get good on the phone call, how to master the phone call process. So when you have a lead and you have a prospect, you can really just kind of really help them define what their perception of value is, really hit their value points, and make sure that they are comfortable and confident with what your service provides to them. And so she knew everything she had to do. So she went through and she had this phone call, and she was telling me ahead of time that she was going to be having this call. And the call she was going to be talking to was a couple, man and woman couple, and they were both lawyers, and they had young children, and they were looking for some parenting coaching, but they were both lawyers. And I'm like, okay. And so we talked a bit about kind of what to expect with them and kind of how they're probably going to be and whatnot. So she went through the call, and she got through the entire call process. And at the end of it, they did not commit to investing with her. And they didn't say that they didn't want to, but they just didn't make a commitment at that point in time. So she got off the phone call, and she's like, can I call you? I said, yeah. So she calls me, and she's like, I'm so confused. I said, what's up? She's like, man, I had this call, and I felt like I nailed all the things with their kids and talked about everything that's going on, and really helped them see what the problems are and how we would fix those. And I went through and asked them if they have any questions. They didn't have any questions for me. And then I went into, presenting how I could help them, and they didn't end up moving forward with it. And I'm like, huh. I'm like, well, it's not a matter of the money. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, so tell me exactly what was said. And so she explained to me exactly what was said. And I'm like, all right, once they kind of showed you what their pain points are, how did you present your offer to them? She's like, well, I told them that, my recommendation for them would be to invest in my coaching program, which I believe was a 6-month coaching program. She's like, but then I told them how the coaching program works and that we meet bi-weekly. But then I also told them that as a bonus to being a part of my coaching, one of my coaching clients, I was going to put them in my parenting community. And my parenting community has, daily content, has weekly live videos. We do master classes on a monthly basis. There's all kinds of downloads and things that they can access to. There's just tons of value they can get access to. And it just really kind of explain what the parenting community looks like, and I'll get them plugged in on Facebook. And she's telling me all these things. I'm like, I got it. I know what your problem is. And she's like, okay, what's the problem? I'm like, you're not speaking to their value point. I'm like, these are lawyers. These are people that charge $500 an hour or more for their time. Their time is the most valuable thing that they have. They're lawyers. I'm like, so they're coming to you with, they've got some kids that they need some help with. And so they are reaching out to you for help with their kids. These lawyers don't want a Facebook group. They don't want to have to watch a bunch of live videos. They don't want to have to download a bunch of forms. They don't want to have to go on Facebook at all. They want to have a phone call with you, have you help them with their kids, and then they go on with their world. They don't, like Mel, right? They're too busy for all. They don't want all that. And the client I was talking to, she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, I just didn't even cross my mind. I just spoke to them the way I do all my other parents that are so excited about all those resources. I'm like, you've got to speak to their value point, because if you miss that, if you do not connect the dots with your services to their definition of value, you're not going to get them. And I'm like, this is what we're doing. We're going to do this together right now, because this is fresh off the phone call. So we're going to write an email. So I'm going to help you write an email. We're going to send them an email. We're going to close this deal today. And she's like, okay. And so we wrote this email up, and and so I wrote an email, and I wrote the email. I'm like, all right, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, I just want to let you know I had such a great time talking to you today. Blah, 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 recap the conversation, recap the pain points, all that stuff. Then we're going to skip over that real quickly. We need to get to what they care about. And that's what we said. We said something along the lines of, after thinking about our conversation, I'm thinking about, I said something, I gotta remember exactly how I said it. I said something like, after thinking about a conversation, I'm realizing how important your time is to you guys and how busy you are. So I want to just kind of recap how I believe we could best work together, and I want to give you an alternative to think about. I understand that the Facebook group is probably something that you're not interested in. There's way too much time that you would have to spend in there to get the best out of that. So I don't want you to worry about that. I'll still obviously happily add you to that group if you'd like to be a part of it, but I don't want you to feel like being a part of that group is necessary or a needed aspect of getting coaching. Our coaching is going to be focused on one-on-one, getting the most benefit out of our time together. We will schedule those times on a bi-weekly basis. We'll have an hour together. I'll give you exactly what you need. And then if you have a desire, when you have some free time to tap into the group, you certainly have access to it. But I want you to know that that is not hinged on this program being successful. I know how valuable your time is to you, and it's my pleasure to serve you. I really believe I can help you, and I really believe I can be a benefit to you in the times that we have together on those biweekly calls. Let me know if there's any other questions you have for me, blah, 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 blah. And we wrote this whole email basically acknowledging the value of their time, acknowledging that they're in a hurry, making sure that they know that the Facebook group is not a necessary element to be successful. It's just a bonus. They don't have to use it if they don't want to. We outlined that, make sure we hit their value point. We typed up the whole email. How's that feel? She's like, that feels good. Send the email. And she sent the email, and she had them closed that evening. They reached out to her. This sounds great. This is exactly what we need. Thank you so much. Where do we swipe our card? So again, if you do not speak to your customer's definition of value, you're going to find yourself hitting some walls, and you may not even understand what those walls are. And this, I think a lot of people wrestle with this. A lot of people wrestle with taking a minute to try to read what language people are speaking to you. Like this customer service person that I'm talking to, I'm telling her, listen, I'm trying to figure out. I sent 2 emails over the course of 72 hours, asking when's my order coming. What's the lead time on this thing? She needs to pick up on that and be like, this guy's in a hurry and he's hoping to get these hoodies fast. And instead of reading that, all she's trying to do is just defend her perspective and then having the audacity to tell me sit tight and be patient. So long story short, and kind of a funny addition to the story, I did end up getting this hoodie. However, when I got this hoodie, this thing came from like China or something. And so it's like a Chinese man's large. It doesn't even fit over my left bicep. So this friggin' hoodie is so small. I remember we got him in, and I held him up. I'm like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So, we sent the hoodies back. Or actually, we didn't send the hoodies back. We gave the hoodies to our kids. So I gave my hoodie to my son, and then Courtney's hoodie we gave to our daughter, and then we ended up ordering our hoodies on Amazon, and we got them on Amazon anyway. So funny end of the story there. Cass is curious, did she increase the price for the one-on-one calls? Kat, no. So her coaching already included those one-on-one calls. That was her program. But basically, what she did, she said basically, these are my one-on-one calls. We're gonna have bi-weekly calls together. And she explained all that, and that was great. And what she should have stopped right there and just been like, I know how important your time is to you, so I'm going to give you everything in these calls, and you're always going to know exactly what needs to go on in between those calls so you know how to work with your kids. She should have stopped there, but instead she's like, I'm also going to put you in my Facebook group. And in that Facebook group, we have weekly content and daily posts, and there's videos there that you can access. We do monthly master classes. She was just explaining everything that was going on in that group. But to the lawyers were basically, I think they took it as, we have to be a part of this group for the coaching to be successful. And that's not true. It's just a bonus. So I'm like, you need to clarify, that's just a bonus. They don't have to use the Facebook group. They just need to know about the one-on-one calls. So don't forget to identify your customer's value point, making sure that whenever you're dealing with a customer, that you quickly seek to identify what is most important to them, and you engage them with what they're looking for, right? That's what I got for you today, guys. Hopefully that was good for you. Hopefully get a chuckle out of that one. Don't ever tell somebody, especially me, please, just sit tight and be patient, all right? Guys, have a beautiful Tuesday. Appreciate you. That's Candid Coffee Chat for today. Hope y'all have a wonderful day.